Hi everyone, and thanks again for getting the all-in-one invoice and order template. In this walkthrough, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, including the extra features for sending emails and setting up payment reminders. First thing, when you open the link, make a copy of the file. You can rename it using your customer's name, so you don't need to enter their details again in the future. Section 1, Input page. You'll see two main parts here: your company information and the customer plus order information. Let's start with your company details. Fill everything in, right down to your email address. Next is your payment information. Add the bank account your customers will use to pay you. Then you've got the logo and letterhead area. Just go to Insert, Image, Image in Cell, so the image sits nicely inside the cell. Same process for the letterhead if you're using one. Right below that is the date format and currency. Choose the date format that matches your country and just type your currency code manually in the box under it. Next is where you add the customer info, the items they're ordering, the quantity, dates, and the tax rate. I recommend filling in everything, but at minimum you need the customer's name and email. Once that's done, you don't need to repeat it again. Just save the file under that customer's name or ID so it's easy to reuse. For the order details, you have space for up to 20 items. Enter the SKU, item description, unit price, tax rate, and the quantity. The template will automatically calculate everything for you. The important part of this page, the email settings. This tells the system who you're emailing, which email it's sent from. Once everything's entered, you can move on to the automatically generated pages. Order confirmation. Everything here is pulled straight from the input page. If there aren't any items yet, you'll just see blank rows. You can collapse them to keep the page tidy. Pro forma invoice for deposits. This one is used to collect deposits. The percentage comes from whatever you enter in the input section. The issue date updates automatically, and your bank details will appear on the page, so the customer has everything they need to pay. Sales invoice is for the remaining balance, or if your customer pays in full with no terms, you can skip the pro forma and use this from the start. You'll see a section showing any deposit that's already paid. Sometimes customers pay a different amount, so just update the exact number in the input section and the balance will adjust automatically. You can also issue a credit note if needed. For example, if a customer paid for something that's out of stock, go back to the input page and change the quantity for that item. Enter the amount you're crediting as a negative number and the template will generate the credit note for you. Now, let's take a look at how to send documents by email. At the top of the sheet, go to the Email section. From the drop-down list, just pick the document you want to send to your customer. Everything will be sent as a PDF attachment, so the customer can't edit the file. When you run the script for the first time, Google will ask you to authorize it. Just allow everything. The script only works inside this Google Sheet, so you need to approve it to make the functions work properly. Once the email is sent, you'll see a pop-up message confirming everything's done. It will tell you which email it was sent from, based on the address you entered in the input page, and which customer email it was sent to. The pop-up will also show the email subject line. At the same time, a copy of the PDF is saved automatically to your Google Drive, so you can access it whenever you need. Here's what your customer will see. The email will say, "Hi," followed by the customer's name, then a short message with the document details. The PDF is attached at the bottom. This applies to order confirmations, pro forma invoices, and sales invoices. The process is exactly the same. Now let's look at the reminder function. This feature adds reminders to your Google Calendar for both the deposit and the final payment. That way, you'll know when to follow up. For deposits, the reminder is set 3 days after the document is issued. If the customer hasn't paid within those 3 days, your calendar will remind you to send a follow-up email. When the reminder pops up, if the payment has already been received, you can just ignore it. If not, you can follow up right away. For the final payment, the reminder is set 3 days before the due date. If the due date is coming up and you still haven't been paid, you can contact the customer in advance. If anything has changed, for example, you've given a discount, just update the numbers on the input page. The document will update automatically. If you want to refresh the reminder, click Update Deposit and it will resync the correct amount to your Google Calendar. You can also change the calendar color if you want certain reminders to stand out more. The process is exactly the same for the final payment reminder. That's everything for this template. If you haven't get a copy yet, go with the link in the comment area. It'll take you to the purchase page directly. Hope you enjoy using it and wish you great success in your business.